Our project today, we're going to get rid of this faucet. This faucet's been leaking, and the way I know that is when I turned it on. I've got the cold water shut off right now, but the water was dripping down from here, and then it drips around this base, and it starts staying on the countertop, and then it goes underneath here too and drips down onto the bottom of the cabinet inside. So enough of that. We've went ahead and bought a new faucet. We're going to take this one off. Stick around. You might learn something. Here's underneath the sink. That's the garbage disposal. And I went ahead and I unplugged that. I just want to keep that out of my way so it doesn't get any water on it or I get shocked or anything like that. It's going to make it a little bit easier for me to work down here. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to want to do, see, there's the hot water line, the hot water gate valve, and the cold water gate valve. We want to shut those off. Okay. Oh, here's the hot water one, and incidentally, see that one there? That goes down to that goes through the cabinet. That's for the dishwasher, and then the other one goes up to the sink. The red is for hot. There. Follow that down, and I'm going to just turn this off. You shouldn't have to turn your main water line off to your house anywhere. Okay, this was the cold water line. I've got that shut off. I'm going to try to be careful. If you got old valves, you don't want to crank on them too much. I've done that before. If you've been watching my videos, I had one with the plastic insert in here and it snapped right off and I had to replace the entire gate valve. That was not a pretty sight, let me tell you. Okay, hope you don't get too dizzy here. I'm going to get you up here, and you see up there, that's where all the pipes come down. And before I do anything, I'm going to have to, I follow this line up. I've got to undo that and see that line right there. That's the cold water line. It's kind of hard to show you all this stuff. See there. I've got to undo that. I've got to undo this nut here. Okay? Well, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to take those off. Okay, and then this thing up here, see, there's 3 screws. This one's kind of different. This may be different than yours. So you got to take these screws off. Then this thing is going to spin off. And I'm hoping to get it off. Now see right here? I hope this doesn't hit the edge of the sink. This is a cast iron sink, and they installed it from down below here up to the counter. And what they should have done, they should have been careful. They should have not had this go over this edge, because hopefully I can zip that off, unscrew that, and slide it down. The last one I did, it hit that edge, and I had a bear of a time. I had to have somebody help me from up above and hold my mouth just right, and we finally got it. Okay, but that's the first thing. Everything you pretty much have to do down here below. Okay, so I'm going to get my wrenches and undo these nuts. Now, if these nuts don't come off just by turning that, usually the copper line there has a nut head on that, and you can kind of hang on to that as you're turning that. So you may need 2 wrenches down here, a pair of pliers and a wrench, whatever. Okay, I'm not too concerned about twisting these because these are the bad ones. This sink faucet's going to be replaced, but let's get her going, shall we? Here's something I don't want you to miss. Am I a professional plumber? No, I'm not. I'm proud to say that. And you don't have to be either. You can do this project step by step. I know you can do it. You know, it comes with directions too. You follow some of the steps that I do, and you read some of the directions, you can think, hey, if Joe can do it, I can do it. All right? Let's get her going. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, okay? But these are the types of wrenches that I carry, pliers, and they can go for big and small like that. They're adjustable pliers. Here's a little crescent wrench, sometimes known as a spanner wrench. Here's another one, a little bit bigger. Channel locks. And that, I got the medium size here, and I can pretty much do just about any project with this. Okay. And then this little goodie, it's kind of a tricky little plumber's tool. I can turn the handle here, and this head can swivel. I could swivel it that way and pull it open like that, grab a nut here, and then turn it, you know. Or if I need to go the other way, I can flip it around that way, like that, and do it that way. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to need to use this or not, but every once in a while this comes in handy. They don't cost very much at the store. This could be the only tool that does a project for you, and you don't have it, and guess what? You can't finish your project. Okay? So with that little bit right there, I think you can do this. No joke, I used every single last thing. And let me tell you, if I didn't have this, I don't know if I would have gotten it as easily. So I'm glad I had that. It was only maybe 10 bucks at the store, so. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what I got so far. Okay, where are we? Here we are. Okay, got that nut out. That could be a bear to get. Now I can't pull this down here. I've got to get this pipe out of the way. This one here. Because I need to pull this down all the way so that I can pop the faucet off. You know? So I guess I have to come up at the faucet here. Let's see what we're going to do with this. Let me set this back on a tripod here so I can use two hands. Okay, is that any better? See, this is the type to pull this out, okay? So I've got to just take this off. Come on. Oh, here we go. And sometimes incidentally, you got a leak underneath your kitchen sink. You're not sure where it is. Sometimes it can be coming right from here. I've had this happen before, and a lot of times you won't notice it because this is pushed down in here, and just this faucet end is coming out. You could be leaking all the way through here, not even knowing it. Okay. All right. So I think I can push that down in there, or pull it up. Something. I want to try to get this out, even if I have to chop this off. Whatever you got to do to get this off. You see, I want to pull this up, and this pipe, I can't get that nut off just yet. So a little bit more time. Don't get worked up about it. Figure it out, and I know you can do it. This piece, I was afraid that this sleeve might get caught in there, so I wanted to cut this off. I had some electrical cutters, and I can't reach around here, so you know, this is flexible here. All you got to do, I'm going to cut this off, okay, and then I can push that down there. I don't really care about this. I'm going to throw it away anyways. All you do on this, you just take it and squeeze it, and you can snap it off like that. Okay, now I can take my dikes and chop away. I probably should have some gloves on here too, huh? You don't want to cut yourself when you're doing this. Okay, simple as pie. All right, now I can reach down there. Let's see that zip down. I'm going to pull that out now. If I can. It should come. There it goes. Say bye-bye. Good. Get that out of there. Now I can slip that nut off over those pipes down there. Be right back. Jeez. All right, I got it. See that this nut was on there, and see with these ends on here, it makes it really difficult. And this nut has it's oblong. You see that? That way you can kind of put it on and finagle it when you get ready to install it, you know. So I had to kind of get it out. Couldn't really cut that off down there. Easier said than done. Okay? That's your first step. That, let me tell you, if you got an old faucet, that could be the hardest part of your project. Right here, getting this out. Okay? All right. Whew. Ready to install the new faucet? Whew.